So, quick tour of the backyard. You see it's changed a lot. And we're going natural. We're trying. I just would rather have that than manicured lawn, but look at what's... These started out as gardens when we had sunlight, which we have very little of direct sunlight anymore. So now it's actually turned into, I mean, those are those beautiful pinecone gingers back there that just keep growing. They're wonderful. I've replanted them, so now they're all down the side, but Michelle wanted to fill in this part for her garden, and no longer really doesn't grow what we want it to grow, so we just letting it grow whatever grows. Not really sure what a lot of these is, but she threw some daisy seeds in there. Just whatever will grow without a ton of sunlight. But now, the beauty of all this is it's taken on a ground cover that we sort of kind of introduced, but it took over. And now I don't have the washout problem that I've had all these years. And then that also helps the rain keep from washing things out. So we protected the backside of my house. And there's my branch tree. It's not a tree, it's literally a branch from a root. Loses its leaves. It sits all bare all winter, and then poof is like that. Have to have that fence post keep it straight up, but it seems to be happy. The birds love it. And then there's my little wishing well I made a few years ago. That's going to end up moving back up front somewhere. We haven't figured out what to do with it yet. It's cute though. And then her little planter that I made a few years ago, but that was when we were planting back here. We're not doing that anymore, so it's coming down soon. I'll find some uses for those pallets pretty quickly. But it looks like it's a mess, but it's really not. There's all the tin for our roof that's going over the top of the deck. Oh, by the way, this is the indoor-outdoor carpet that goes on the deck. It's just getting some rain and getting cleaned up. But anyway, we're going to put a tin roof over this deck and replace that awning. And that's the tin that haven't bought any of. Neighbor was giving away some. I found some somewhere else. Now we've got enough tin. So here's our trusty fire pit. Doesn't get much use these days. Just too busy to sit down here and go out and get wood. Here's this little bush that I kept mowing down for years, but Michelle wanted me to let it grow, and yeah, I'm glad I did. The birds absolutely love it. Bird feeders everywhere. I've finally gotten to where I've managed to keep the squirrels out of the feeders by greasing the poles with Vaseline on these. And then I've been trying some new feed. Some of it works, some doesn't. That's just some sunflower chips. They don't work because it's too wet here for them. And then seed cakes. Birds like the little seed cakes. Squirrel can't get into that because I've greased the pole. Same thing with this one up here, way up top. Michelle's jasmine that started out as a clearance item at Lowe's is very happy now. We got these things growing. I'm not sure what these are. I did look them up. They're not harmful. They turn out supposed to flower later. Very pretty. This is why I'm just letting things grow. We've got wild hydrangeas that we got from Chris across the street. I'm not sure if that's an hydrangea or not. I don't know. But we do have, yeah, no, they got the darker leaves. They're going over here, and this is like their third year, so they should bloom this year. They get real tall and have this beautiful bloom. There's a bush we rescued from Miss Jones' house. It's hanging in there. It's been there for a while. These, of course, are giant bushes that came from the front yard. If you can, this is the one that used to be right where you parked. And then these other two, we just letting them grow, and boy, are they happy. But they create a nice barrier between us and the neighbors. I got to show you look at my pitiful wood pile. There's not much there. Started a couple of years ago, and I need to get back here. You see a bunch of gunk all over everything. Lots of limbs on the ground, which is good. That means the trees are healthy. They're shedding their outer layers and growing, mostly because, or a lot because, I went through here and trimmed all the climbing vines that choke them out and just cut them way back in there, and it's much healthier. But anyway, I'm making a it's called a dead hedge. I call it an Irish fence. Actually, the deer have been sleeping in here. You can see there's a little indent. Yeah, you can on this one. Yeah, lots of trees. But anyway, yeah, I cut back all the vines, and so these trees are much happier, and we got things growing. Cleaned it up back in here a bit. I call this part my back 40. And here's the little lean-to I built on the back of the shed a couple of years ago, which is perfect for, also needs to be cleaned. That's coming up. Christmas props. And then, but yeah, it's a little disorganized, but it'll get cleaned out here soon. Look pretty again. Some extra PVC from our various Halloween and Christmas decorations. We keep a couple pools back here when it gets hot for the deer, so they have water, and the other critters. A lot of the critters use it, man. When it gets dry, you know it gets dry. And there's my giant stack. All the stuff underneath here is scraps, either scraps of woods from projects. It's quite a pile, but we keep pulling off of it. I mean, a lot of this stuff, neighbors just rebuilt their deck over here because they're selling their house. They just rebuilt their deck up there. And so we got some of the extra pieces. So everything's down here. It's supposed to rain, but I'll cover everything back up. None of these tarps are any good. So we just layer them. About 3 layers. That keeps most of the rain out. Alright. So moving, that's the whole backyard. Oh, we got some extra pieces here that the neighbor threw us. Michelle wants to use these up front for something. It's part of his old deck. Not sure what we're going to do with it yet, but it'll come in handy, I guarantee you. So yeah, it's just old railing, so she's already got a plan for it. She'll paint it white and make sure that it stays in good condition and put it someplace where it looks really pretty and authentic. Kind of like this thing that needs a paint job. But just an old bed frame. And then we got another one up front here. This is what I like to call, well, a couple of years ago, it was our herb garden. Now it's just a flower bed. Ha. This is her palm. I gotta move that up front. It needs more sun. That, I'm pretty sure right there is, it's allergy. I'll figure it out. I'll probably put it in the captions. Not sure what this is. Michelle knows what most of these are. But yeah, and most of these, oh, that's a, is that it? That's a pineapple. Oh, look, we're getting a bloom on our hydrangea. Cool. Oh, that makes me happy. We're getting blooms everywhere. But yeah, it's not organized, but damn, it's beautiful in its own way. It's just natural. I haven't put chemicals on this lawn. I need to do some trimming. I'll do that today. But see, look, it looks natural. God, I love that. Let's see, these things, I'm going to say, this one I'm probably going to pull, this one I'm probably not. To be determined. I'll look them up, see what they are. And look at elephant ears. We can't figure out how the elephant ears got here. But see, when we first put this deck up, Michelle this is just a piece of gutter. See how we just connected it there? And we grew stuff in here for a while. We were going to do strawberries in it last year, and then we just didn't. But now it's all getting emptied out, I think. But all this stuff is just growing because there's the dirt's got seeds and worms. Oh my goodness, the worms, tons of worms. We have worms everywhere. I found out these things, I guess they're called rhizomes. something like that. The little purple flowers, they used to be over here where we used to have there was a rose garden. And they had the flimsy little roses that I only got to bloom once or twice. But this stuff is, they do an underground network. And so they just keep popping up everywhere. And look, we got little purple flowers in here. There's little flowers everywhere. And then this ground cover, which is perfect for here because I've had a problem with these damn little weeds called chamber bitters. And let's see if I can find one. But they have taken over my front and my backyard for the last like 4 years. This was a little garden too, but once again, not much sun. But look, we got a little something. Yeah. And then begonias. There's begonias scattered all through here. But yeah, if you look close, it's just beautiful. And yeah, and here, this is probably this fence. We put this up in a giant hurry a few years ago because she had just planted. She had an amazing assortment. I'll dig up some pictures. An amazing assortment of flowers in here. And the armadillos got in it. So we had to put up a fence. They tore up half this garden. It was sad. She was sad. She cried. And I don't blame her. It was a lot of work. So, I wonder what this is. I mean, this could be some kind of vegetable. I mean, we've had vegetables growing in here as recently as last year. So who knows what's going to pop up. It's just fun. It can be, if it gets too overgrown though, it gets to be a little risky for snakes, like over at this end. But look at how that stuff's just taken over. I'm not sure what it is, lilies or something. Oh well. Anyway, this whole fence is gonna, the white stuff. There's a word for that too. My brain is not thinking. Most of it's going up front, and we're just gonna kind of keep adding to the ground here and just kind of let it level out as best we can. Which brings me, let's see. There's Lucy. What's Lucy doing? Lucy, what you doing? Say hi to Grandma Judy. Say hi. She's just enjoying Saturday. Come on, Lucy. So she's very happy to have Dad around. It's Saturday, and she knows it. She knows it's Saturday. So yeah, this is not a bad view for morning. I got some cleanup to do, but we'll get to it when we get to it. You know, it ain't going anywhere. It's not like we have people come to visit. We just sit and keep it all to ourselves. And yeah, this is a good way to wake up. Oh, and more of these things, some aloe. And look at these. Now these ones we planted on purpose. And yeah, this is early. And they are getting big already. They're beautiful. So yeah, that's the idea with that, is giant. Yeah, it's cool. We have looked this up. I think it's called a popcorn tree. It gets really big. We're gonna end up having to cut it back. But yeah, this is just stuff that just grew. We got these 2 years ago from a friend at work. They had dug up. Look how pretty. They had dug up about 300 and some, we counted, bulbs of canna lilies. And so we planted them here. But the problem is we didn't really plant them. So we really didn't plant them far enough into the yard, and they didn't really get enough sunlight. So look at how they're all leaning, wanting to lean in, and some of them are moving in. See, this one's moving in, those are moving in. That's not where we planted them. We planted them back here. So that's fine, because this is all monkey grass that she started putting in here as soon as she moved in. The monkey grass, and made this beautiful, just, I think it's gorgeous. And so then we did same thing to this side. Actually, I think this was the first side. It was done first. And yeah, it's a beautiful barrier. Stops those chamber bitters. And then we just do a couple of, and we just did this over time. This is over probably 4 or 5 years that we put all this together. And just mulch beds. I mean, we weren't using it for anything, and it was covered in chamber bitters, so we just mulched it over, and now it's all these. This is her fern corner. This is the low light corner, and that's the only big one of those giant bushes that's still left. I need to trim it too. But this is kind of the low light corner because most of the sun, I mean, she literally sits out here in the time of day where there's the most sun in what part of the yard, and she's designing it according to that. And of course, this is our giant tunnel and our brand new planter. It's almost all completely done. Got to put a gate up, fill in some caulk. But yeah, this is one of these canna lilies. Man, they like this. Look at these things. And they were just little bulbs when we got them. That's all they were. And we got some marigolds coming up. Some variegated coleus. It's starting to rain now. I'm gonna make this quick. And then ferns. And all these ferns came from basically 2 or 3 different plants. They just keep getting better. Look at, she puts marigolds in with everything. Marigolds and green beans. Because they add, and these are zinnias and marigolds. And more marigolds. But we put green beans in with a lot of the vegetables because they do 2 things. They add nitrogen to the soil. See, these are, I'm not sure what that is, but here's our blueberries. The blueberries are doing really well since we moved them up front. They were in back. I'm gonna have to do this later. It's raining. I gotta go get my puppy in. So in typical Alabama fashion, a little while later, this is our next big project. Is we're gonna put some kind of gable up there so that the rain spreads out over the things that need the rain instead of on the concrete. We put this in here. I need to put more rock on this end, but put all that down there right on the drip line. Keep it from eroding away everything. It's not so bad over there yet. There's times when this gets completely in, and I got it going downhill. So it'll be a little river running across here. And then out and around the corner. Another lily. Yeah, so it's real pretty when it rains. Stopped raining just enough. We've got, I'll have to show you that thing. We've got something that's going to replace that the neighbor just pulled out his garage when he moved. It's this big giant platform that's where the mausoleum sits for Halloween and the castle sits for Christmas. It's just that piece of plywood was temporary, but now we've got a piece over there we're going to paint. So it'll last and it'll fit perfectly right where it needs to be. So anyway, that's cool. So here's all over these little bags I was telling you about, little grow bags. And this is what she's got in them. She's got summer squash. And this is the first time we've done this, so we're experimenting a little bit. This looks like zucchini or something. What do you got? Cucumbers. We have the cucumbers. They're doing well. Over here, watermelon. Ooh, and she's going to plant pumpkins. She's got it marked, the date she needs to plant them in order for them to be melons around Halloween. And also we're timing out our zinnias this year, planted those to time out to where they're blooming right in the beginning of September when the hummingbirds show up. So that's going to be even more fun. This is a eucalyptus. And it's very much enjoying its new home. Most of these plants, this is their rehome. Blueberries. Ooh, I'll show you the blueberries in a second. But anyways, more of the grow bags. There's oregano. There's some thyme, not growing very much. Parsley takes a while, but it's started. What else you got? Oh, this is my eggplant, my Ichiban. I think I grew those when you were here. And then, of course, the blueberries. Look at the blueberries. Look at all the blueberries. We just got to keep the birds away from them. Oh, there's onions. And carrots. And peppers. and chives. Ouch. She planted those a little later, it looks like. Of course, we keep it's been raining a lot, so it's dirty, but we keep a thing for the bees and stuff. Summer squash. Okay. Found these on the side of the road, repainting them. Oh shoot, I know what this is. I'm gonna put it in the captions. So anyway, back to my bird story. When the hummingbirds get here, or when the butterflies get here, and we start blooming out here, and then we get all the butterflies in the tunnel here, they will leave if you have a bunch of birds, because the birds eat them. So all the birds are in the back, the butterflies are going to be in the front. So I had to move my bird feeders. I still got one left over here. I got one left. Anyway, so these are the black-eyed Susans. Apparently, I was in the Home Depot the other day. She was packing a packet of seeds of these last year. I think they take 2 years to bloom. And threw them in here, where you see them. These go for about $25 for a gallon pot of them at the Lowe's and the Home Depot. These are literally Dollar Tree seeds. All those plants right there probably cost her. I mean, you get 4 seed packs for $1. You know, same thing with the beans. So yeah, we use Dollar Tree seeds. They work just fine. Give them the right environment, any seed will grow. Some more marigolds. This is where we're going to have a gate. It's one of our unfinished projects. You need a gate. Haven't figured out exactly what she wants yet, but yeah. These are all morning glories and green beans. I'm going to say these are the morning glories. They're already climbing all the way up here. But yeah, that's the idea. This will be covered in about a month. It should be close to completely covered. It's going to be fun to watch. I will send regular updates. So there's the front yard. Oh, and this little house. You've seen it in a lot of our videos. Michelle found this thing on the side of the road. And her daughter was here, and they're driving down the road. And she drove past it, and Brandy says, "Aren't you going to stop for that?" Apparently this is a pattern. So yeah, she stopped and picked it up, and it's finally going to go. I think we may give it to the kids you hear across the street. Because she needs that area for the sun. I mean, this is the sun portion of the yard right here. It's the most sun. And we need that room for plants, and we've used it for about 4 or 5 years now. It's time for it to have a new home. Yeah, I forget what these are called too, these purple things. They're beautiful. They make these beautiful flowers. I don't know if they're... I'm just not remembering names of things right now. But yeah, this was just a little tiny little thing when we got it. And now it's doing well. Yeah, I haven't mowed my yard either. I'm just taking a weed eater and cutting down the big things. I got a couple of plants here. I'm not sure what they are yet. But they're kind of pretty. They don't seem to be doing any harm, so let them grow. I think that's a zinnia. Could it be? Yeah, that might just bloom flowers in a minute. This is also going to get some lattice work on it eventually. But these things are just cute little things in the edges. And of course, the gorgeous lily comes with it. And then more marigolds and zinnia. They go everywhere. They help. They're a helper. They're easy to grow. A lot of the things that she plants are planted literally like the beans and the basil. There's a lot of basil in there. They attract the bugs and keep them away from the flowers that are pretty. And they also provide food for all the dragonflies and butterflies. And so yeah, she's got quite the eco. She does a lot of work. She does a lot of work and a lot of planning for this. And a lot of research and studying. But man, how's that compared to the way we used to have it? Yeah, I wish you could see it too. I really do. So, anyway, that's kind of the complete tour of the house. New roof. Got a new roof a few years ago. Got on the roofing program. Got it for $1,000. Her truck's getting washed, by the way. She loves those chandeliers too. Yeah, those chandeliers are pretty. So, this isn't a bad view either. Here's Lucy. Hey, Lucy. What are you doing, boo? You want to sit out here for a minute? Yeah. Say hi to Mom. Say hi to Mom, Lucy. Say hi to Mom. Thank you. You bet. Yeah, this dog. She's gotten used to the front yard. She doesn't bark at people across the street as much. I let her bark once in a while because she only barks a couple of times and gets it out of her system. The dogs that used to live next door that she used to have a little barking thing with, they've moved, so she doesn't have anybody to bark at. She's sad about it. So, you know, we let her bark a few times or something like that, just to get it out of her system. She never barks in the house. Lucy, that's enough. That's enough. Good. And she keeps us safe. That's her job.